Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. As you can probably see, I have a very red nose and I am full of cold. Actually, I think I'm coming to the end of it, which is a good sign. And I do have my Cavonia that I keep, well, not keep sipping, but I've had a few sips before I started recording the video. Big blow of the nose so that I won't be sniffling right the way through it. But I really wanted to do an Emma Stone tutorial. She looked absolutely beautiful at the Golden Globes. Well, she is totally beautiful, isn't she? And I love that she embraces her really pale skin. She didn't have loads of contour on. I just loved it. Her makeup was done by Rachel Goodwin, and we have a blog about her on our Pixie Woo blog, so you can go over to that to find out a little bit more about her and about the makeup. So let me get started. So actually you can probably see that Sam mentioned in the last video that she'd had her hair done at Beauty Works. I've had the same done because I'm little sister, and if she has anything done, I have to have it done because otherwise I get insanely jealous. And I will admit it. She always laughs at me because if I'm not included, I'm like, what about me? So actually she's the same, I have to say. If I have anything done, I would never leave her out. But that's sisters for you. Let me just tie my hair out the way. I have got the Kiehl's Super Multi-Corrective Cream. Mostly want that around my nose. You can see when you've got a cold in your eyes and everything, can't you? I actually feel okay. Apart from this cough. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to start off with a bit of foundation. I want to use MAC Face and Body because it photographs beautifully, and I'm going for N1. Going to use a Real Techniques, one of our Real Techniques. This is, how is my brain not working either? The buffing brush. The reason I said this is one of our brushes is because now on YouTube you have to say whether things are paid for, and even though this isn't paid for to be used, it is one of our brushes. So if people go out and buy them, obviously Sam and I are going to benefit from it. And I think it's really important that YouTube have changed it so that people have to say whether it's a paid for advertisement video as well, because now everyone can know whether they're being sold to or not. And I think that's really, really important. Now, the great thing about this foundation is it's buildable. So one coat gives you a really, really light, even coverage. If you feel like one coat of it, by one coat I mean one application, one layer. If you feel like one of it isn't quite enough for you, leave it for a few seconds and then build on it again. Actually, I suggest that you do your foundation, leave it and go in and do any more that you need to do right at the end anyway. I'm then going to take a little bit of Clarins Instant Light Concealer. This one is in 01, which is their lightest colour. So I'm just going to work that under my eyes. This one is great for tired eyes. A little bit of glitter somewhere on my brush, but it's just placed under my eye. How annoying. And I'm just pulling it down so it covers over my quite a little bit rosy cheeks as well. I'm going to have to take a good amount of that around my nose. Wonder how many people have had this cold that has then turned into a chest infection. Now, I don't like taking any antibiotics or any drugs or anything, so I didn't go to the doctors with it, and I spoke to a friend and they said put Vicks Vapor Rub on the bottom of your feet and before you go to bed, like smear a bit, and then put your socks on and go to sleep, and it makes it all come out, and it has worked so brilliantly. And you forget these old wives' tales, don't you? So now I'm going to keep remembering that, so when my kids get ill I can put it on the bottoms of their feet. I'm just going to use the excess that I've got on my hand rather than waste it, and just take it into any areas that I know I might want a bit of concealer on later. So just through the brow bone, a little bit just in that I have a bit of a dip in my eye here, so a little bit of concealer just in there helps a bit. Now I have got a Kiko, please correct me, I know you will, eyeshadow. This is a stick one and it is in Vibe 2, and it's kind of a black. These lights are so bright, they're blinding me today, maybe it's because I've got a cold. This is kind of a black with a kind of shimmer through it. And then I also bought one from Barry M, that I just went and picked up because I wasn't sure. So anything like that will do. And all you're going to do is try and draw a kind of cat's eye on. Now, what I suggest you do is get yourself, let's find an angle brush. Get yourself an angle brush, take off a little bit of the product. You're just going to draw like a kind of exaggerated cat's eye. Cat's flick, should I say. By using, this is a little bit big to kind of get the right shape. You can use a kohl pencil if you prefer. So do swap these products out. Then I'm going to take it from the actual pencil. Just put it over the top. Now, MSI, you can't quite see as much lid as me, so do bear that in mind. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of the product and just run that under this part of the eye. Literally halfway, no further than that. What you want to do is just check that those two lines join up. And I'm using the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in 202. I'm then going to take a little bit of the Chanel palette. It's called Tisse Riviera. And I'm going to use this blue one here. I'm going to take that on a brush and just push that over the top of here. So it's just getting pushed over the top. So it's just a hint of blue. Sorry, the camera stopped filming just as I was going, so I don't know how much I got. But I'm then going to take a little bit of this Chanel palette. This is the 4 palette called Tisse Riviera. And I'm going to use this light blue one here. I'm just going to push that over the eyelid. Because even though you can't really see that it was blue, it was. And this is the colour that she used. And I'm using Bold Metals. I think this is a 200. Got to get used to these names now. Just to push that over the lid. Sam has more actually, these sultry, sexy shaped eyes that Emma Stone has. But I've never done an Emma Stone tutorial, so I really wanted to do her. I'm just going to get a black liner and I'm going to just make sure that I've defined that underneath and pull that out onto there. So it's just sharpening that edge there. And I'm going to take my brush and just check that that blends with it. Right, and then we're going to take a little bit of silver. I've got a Avon Supershock silver, and that's going to go in this very inner corner here. So it just lifts that inner corner. And I'm going to move on to mascara, and I've got Revlon Grow Luscious Mascara. As Emma Stone is a Revlon girl, I thought I'd better use Revlon mascara. Plenty of mascara. And just a little bit on the outside lashes on the bottom. Right, eyebrows. I'm going to take a little bit of Kevyn brow pencil and just brush my brows through. Just to check that there's no makeup sitting in my brows. And then I'm going to start from the lower brow line just to define them a little bit. And then brush through so they kind of blend that harsh line out. Just going to run a little bit of brow gel through my brows because mine are sparse and I need to show that there's hairs there. Now the brows are all done, the skin is kind of settling in quite nicely. I've been looking at the eyes and I can see that they're not quite right. My eyes are a completely different shape to Emma's, so it's quite difficult for me to recreate it. But hers is much harsher, so I'm just going to go in with a black liner pencil and just try and create a bit more of a actual definite line there. Because that's what I'm missing, something a bit more definite. So So once I've got that shape, I'm just going to blend downwards to the eye. So I'm going to take my angle brush that I used before. I don't want to lose that sharpness, so I'm just going to work with it. That's better. Right, I'm going to move on to the lips, and I'm going to come back to the face right at the end. I'm going to take a little bit of Vaseline. I'm going to run that on my lips first. Now, the colour that Rachel actually used on Emma was called Iris. It's a Revlon Ultra HD, I think it is. Yes, and it's called Iris. They've discontinued it, so I can't get it. So I've found a colour that is as close to it as I can. I have got a little bit of MAC Beet lip pencil. Little accent brush. And just soften that. And then I have this Clinique Chubby Stick lip pencil. I can't speak. It's Clinique Chubby Stick Intense Moisturising Lip Colour Balm. And this one is in 06 Roomiest Rose. Going to colour the whole lip in with that. I'm then going to powder the skin into place, and I've got a Lancome loose powder. I'm going to use my Miracle Complexion sponge to apply this. Just want it to kind of work into the skin really nicely. This powder has a slight little shimmer to it. Pushing that into the skin so it works right in. I'm going to turn my brush round, my sponge round. So I've got the very point, so I can push that right under the eye. I like a brush for powdering sometimes, but sometimes a sponge just really works it into the skin that bit better. When you've got a cold, nothing sits as good on your skin, does it? So annoying. Now, my cheeks, the pinkiness come through no matter what. It's quite warm in here as well. However, Emma did have a pinky colour on her cheeks, and that was all she had. I got a couple of bourgeois ones. I have got 48 Rose Brun, or I have got 34 Rose Dior. I think I'm going to go for that one. And I'm not going to put it in the front of my cheeks because they're already quite pinky. There's my beautiful 300 Bold Metals blush brush. Picks up a lot of product, so I'm going to take a little bit off and just work the back of the cheek, because I don't need any help with the front of my rosy cheeks. Lastly, I'm going to take some individual lashes and just apply them to the lash line. Pop a small amount of glue on the hand, and then I have got medium lashes that I'm going to use. Look down and just place it where I want it to go, and then step away. Don't worry that the glue is white, it will dry clear. Or you can get black glue if you'd prefer. I've got about 5 for each side. Okay, once you've got your lashes on, you can leave that to dry, and then you can add some mascara over the top of them. So it's just going to give you more naturally long lashes. I'm going to wait for this one to dry a bit longer. So there you have the finished Emma Stone makeup tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I think it's great because it's one that everyone can wear, whether your eyes are slightly more hooded. It would work perfectly, actually even better if you've got slightly hooded eyes. So this is one for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully next time I'm here, yeah, I won't be full of cold. Check out the blog for more information about Rachel Goodwin, and also a little bit more information about Emma Stone at the Oscars, Golden Globes. Take care, see you next time. Bye.